Yo 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 yo.
Angela Yee's running late. Charlamagne was popping.
Peace to the planet. It's Monday.
Yes, it's Monday. Back to the work week. Good morning.
Man, how do we feel? How do we feel? How do we feel? Summer's almost over.
Yes.
It's the last couple of weeks of summer. When is summer officially over? I forget the exact day. Is it after Labor Day?
I think it's after Labor Day.
That's what's after Labor Day. You can't sleep with no more white women, right? What is it?
You can't wear white.
Oh, there you go.
Can't wear white.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It was close.
Absolutely.
Well, good morning, everybody. I want to first and foremost shout out to Miss Jones. Drop a bomb for Miss Jones. She's joining this morning show Hustle. Yeah, she has her own show. She hasn't done radio in 15 years, I believe, or 14 years.
Okay.
And she started me in this radio, my radio career when it was Miss Jones in the morning, and I was on her show.
She starts today?
Yeah, she starts today.
Oh, all right. Salute to Miss Jones.
So shout out to Miss Jones, and also salute to everybody who came out to the car show over the weekend. We had in Atlantic City. We had over 10,000 people. What an event, man! It was so much fun. I see there was so many kids out there enjoying themselves on the rides.
Who won
jumpies.
though? Let's get to it. Who won?
New York won this one. Well, we jumped the hell out of Houston this one.
So it was rigged.
It wasn't rigged.
Being that it was on the East Coast, it was rigged. Clearly.
Absolutely. I mean, it was rigged when it was on in the South.
I mean, it wasn't rigged. It's just that the South got better cars.
Well, I wouldn't say that. But
who were the judges? That's what I need to know.
The people. They were the judges.
I don't believe that.
They were the judges. So shout to Trader Truth. Shout to also Lynn. From Turkey Leg Hut. He also brought turkey legs and was cooking turkey legs. Well, you don't cook them. It wasn't barbecue. It was.
You cook them.
It was what? I don't know.
You cook turkey legs, sir.
Yeah, well, they cooked them, but they did it. I don't know.
They bake them. You can roast them.
It was roasting them. They roasted them. They roasted them. So people were enjoying that. I had a shout to Soul Flow Wheelies where they were teaching people how to do wheelies on motorcycles, which is very difficult. I thought it was easy. It was very difficult. And then we just had a host of cars. My mom's was out there. My kids were out there. My pops was out there. We just had a great time. Shout out to the mayor of Atlantic City, Marty Small.
That's exactly why it was rigged. Salute to Marty. Marty had that whole fight fixed.
He definitely did. Shout out to Styles P and J, the kids who pulled up. Fresher pulled up. So many different people pulled up. It was just a great event. So shout out to everybody who came on down that had a good time. We appreciate you, and I look forward to seeing you guys next year. How was your weekend, bro?
Weekend was great, man. I told you when I walked in, because we were talking about something that happened Thursday, and I'm like, man, it's all a blur. Like, everything just be a blur.
It does.
You know what I mean? Because between personal life and professional life, you just, try to enjoy every single moment. But from what I remember, I enjoyed the weekend. What did I do this weekend? I watched She-Hulk this weekend.
Okay.
I was just at the house with the family. I didn't do much.
Okay, and I got, stop the music for a second. I just want to say this the last time. Charlamagne and I are not a couple, okay? If I tell you how many times people came up to me during the car show, was like, "Where's your boo?" And I'm like, "Oh, my wife will be here in a minute." They'd be like, "No, Charlamagne." I'm like, "Look, me and Charlamagne's not a couple." That's like, "Yeah, all right, whatever."
First of all, the fact you got to even have to explain that lets me know that you have feelings for me.
No, I don't have.
The fact that you even got to get on the radio and talk to these millions of people. How many monthly listeners we got? 8 million.
Yeah,
that's
something
just
like that.
that's just radio. Not to mention the YouTubes and the apps and everything else.
Correct.
The fact you got to talk to these millions of people and tell them you don't. We not a couple. Let me know you got feelings for me.
No, we're not a couple.
I would never have to announce that to the world.
No.
That's obvious. We're not a couple.
People assume.
Who's assuming this?
A lot of people. They came up to me all week long.
Hey, man, you know what they say about people that assume? They want some ass, right? So they just flirt with you. They trying you to see what you do. Okay?
Nobody.
That's what they say. If you assume you want some ass.
Nope, nobody wants
right?
some ass.
If you assume 2 men, that's what it is. If you assume 2 men are gay, you want some ass. That's what it is?
Oh, my goodness. I don't know. But anyway, when we come back, we got
ain't no any gay.
We got front page news. Could you imagine your worst dream? What is your worst dream?
I don't even want to talk about it. I don't even want to put that energy out there into the world.
Well, this man had his worst dream and cut off his testicles. We'll talk about it.
That ain't my worst dream.
We'll talk about it when we come back. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
White people, wash your body. Happy Monday. Happy Monday.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. Now, Dennis Rodman says, "Hold on, U.S. Let me do my thing." He got permission to go to Russia and tried to help Brittany Griner get released.
Oh, Dennis. I mean, listen, I first of all, salute to him for his ambition. But as one senior Biden official said, he's probably just going to make things worse because they're already they got these things moving behind the scenes. You know what I mean? They're trying to make a deal behind the scenes for Brittany Griner and Paul Whelan, I believe his name is.
Yep.
So it's just like they said that Dennis going over there is just going to complicate things. Like, leave things alone. Just because you don't see things happening in the public eye doesn't mean things aren't happening.
That's right. Well, he had a relationship with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un, and he was able to do some things before. So he says Russian President Vladimir Putin is cool, and he's going to go over there to see what he can do.
And Vladimir Putin's going to tell Dennis Rodman, to sit his ass down, because the truth of the matter is, why would I let Brittany Griner go for free?
Absolutely.
So what is Dennis going to go over there and do?
Yep.
He's not good. They're not letting her go for free.
Now, also, auto giants like BMW, GM, General Motors, Toyota, and a host of others are going to start doing subscription-based features, meaning if you drive a car, for instance, a BMW, it'll cost you $18 per month to turn on your heated seats.
That's whack. Shouldn't that just come with the price of the car?
Yes. If you have a Toyota, they're going to start charging $8 a month to remotely start your vehicle using the key fob.
But don't you pay for all these little extras when you buy the car? Like, when you buy the car, don't you buy the type of car that can do that already?
Yep, that feature was, of course, free. And also, you know how when you first buy a car, usually the first year of Sirius Radio or that type of OnStar service is free. Now, if you want OnStar, it's going to cost you $1,500.
I've never used OnStar in my life.
I never used the OnStar too, but people, they say use it if you get into an accident or you need help with something. Some people do use it. I got
AAA. AAA and OnStar the same thing? I don't know.
No, they're not the same thing, but a lot of people do use it. Now, also, a Texas woman, she says she was poisoned. She was leaving a birthday dinner, and she said there was a napkin on her door handle. She removed the napkin. She opened the door, and she believed there was poison on it.
After we finished eating, we walked to the car, and I had a napkin sticking out of my door handle. So when I saw it, I just picked it up with my fingernails like this, and I tossed it out. I didn't touch the napkin, but guess what? I still opened the door with my fingertips. I went inside, washed my hands, and maybe like 2 minutes later, my fingertips started tingling. Then maybe after about 5 minutes, my whole arm just started tingling. Then it started to feel numb. I got lightheaded. I felt like I couldn't breathe. I got hot.
Yikes. I would have never touched that napkin with my bare hands, off fingertips and fingernails anyway. Because, you never know what's on a napkin. That could be snot.
Poop.
That's what I be thinking about. I be thinking about snot, just germs.
Yeah.
And that's why hand sanitizer is very important, even when, we're not in a pandemic. I don't know if hand sanitizer would have worked in that situation, but it damn sure make you feel good. But nothing beats just washing your hands, period.
Yeah, and lastly, a gentleman was taking a small nap. He was working and decided to go home and take a little nap. He had a dream that he was cutting meat for his family and was cutting the wrong type of meat. He said he woke up and all of a sudden there was blood everywhere and he chopped off his genitals.
Hard for me to believe. Very hard for me to believe. There's got to be more to that story. Because wouldn't the pain have woken you up? Now, the most I've ever done in a dream is, you have the dream where you peeing in the toilet. And what in the bed. That happened to
me too. Yeah, that happened to me.
That still happens in the adult life. You don't pee the whole bed totally, but you
feel it.
You feel it. You got to jump up and go pee. But cutting your meat off, come on, because you got think about it. While you're sleeping, you got to grab the knife. And then you start cutting your testicles. And why would you go just for your testicles?
I don't know.
There's more to that story. I don't.
He says he doesn't know how he got the knife. He says he can't remember. He was confused. Maybe he was sleepwalking. But that is your front page.
That sounds like somebody put that root on him. That's what that sounds like. That sounds like good old fashioned root.
Get it off your chest.
That's what that sounds. I make you cut your own penis off.
Goodness gracious.
Play around with me.
800-585-1051. If you need to vent, you had a great weekend or bad weekend, whatever it may be, phone lines are wide open. Again, 800-585-1051. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Wake up, wake up. Wake your ass.
This is your time to get it off your chest. Whether you're mad or blessed, we want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
It's Kevin.
Kevin, what's up? Get it off your chest.
Hey, man, I just want to let you know, man, I came out to that car show, man. Hey, it was nice, brother. I swear it was nice.
Okay, thank you, bro. Did you bring the kids and the family?
I brought the old lady, man. I appreciate you taking the picture with us, too, man.
All good, man.
I got a picture with Trader Truth. Hey, man, how about the dude with the Rubik's Cube with the picture of your face?
Yo, was that crazy or what?
Man, I swear it was, man. It was nice, man. The whole car show the experience was nice and everything, man. I appreciate you, dog.
I appreciate you, brother. That's all we try to do, just create stuff for us, for our culture that we can enjoy, safe environment. You can bring the kids, family, moms, pops, old lady, young lady, whatever it may be.
Hey, man, what kind of BMW was that? I don't know if it was yours. It had the i8. It was the IB. I don't know what type of engine it was, but I think it was your car.
What color was it?
Black. I think it was black.
I got a red E30 in 1988, and then I got a M5.
That's it.
Oh, red E30. Yeah, that's the 1988, man. That was one of my dream cars growing up. So I was grateful and lucky enough to buy it when I got a little older. I paid like $15,000 for that car.
$15,000. Mm-hmm. Hey, man, that's a nice car, man. I swear. Hey, you got some cars, man. But I tell you what, man. My man from Lynn, look, like that old school and new school. It's a different game, man. It's a different game.
It is. Did you try some of the turkey legs?
You really can't compare it.
Did you try some of the turkey legs?
I didn't. I'm going out to Houston to check Lynn out, though.
Okay, brother. Well, thank you for calling in and thank you for supporting.
Appreciate it, man.
All right, brother. Hello, who's this?
Good morning, DJ Envy.
Good
now,
morning.
Let me ask you this, because you into real estate, right?
This is Cassandra. I could tell from your voice. Good morning, Cassandra.
How you doing, Charlamagne?
Peace, Cassandra.
Why would our superintendent of our schools, Roger Leone, and our Newark Board of Education, who all, and I'm only saying this because they're all made up of blacks and Latinos, why would they enter into a deal where the developer paid $11 million for the building, and over a period of 20 or 30 years, we're leasing the building from him, and we're going to pay him $160 million? When we have empty buildings that we could have renovated to do this architect school, this trade school, which I do agree we should have, but we could have renovated one of our own buildings. Or we already have this program at Shabazz.
Cassandra, you got so many problems out there in Newark, man. How can people help you out?
This sounds like something you should be talking to at your city council meeting.
Absolutely.
Cassandra.
No, it's not even, we can talk about, I am, because I speak at city council meetings all the time. But I just want to put it out there as well. This is our superintendent of our schools did this. And now we know you always talk about what our schools don't have. You don't have this, you can't do this. Why would you, I'm just talking about this real estate deal. Envy, would you have, is that a good deal?
So what happened? They're trying to sell a building for what?
No, we leasing it. The person bought it for $11 million.
Okay, that's a good deal.
But no, we're going to, it's a good deal for the developer.
Right.
But we're going to lease it from him for $160 million over a period of 20 or 30 years. Not own it, not buy it, but lease it.
Nah, that don't sound right.
Cassandra, we don't know what's going on, Cassandra. But, salute to Newark. I love Newark. I was in Newark Friday.
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
It's about time. What's going on?
Rumor report. This is the Rumor Report with Angela Yee on The Breakfast Club.
All right, well, J-Lo and Ben Affleck celebrated their wedding over the weekend with an official ceremony, and that was in Georgia. So it took place at Ben Affleck's 87-acre riverfront estate near Savannah, Georgia. So
nice.
Congratulations to them.
Okay.
Yeah.
This their second wedding?
Yeah, they got married officially in Vegas, and then I guess it's like their ceremony for other people that didn't get to go to that.
No, I don't blame them. I love weddings. I love attending them. I loved getting married. I can't wait to do it again. I definitely want to renew my vows. Weddings are incredible.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now the Game has responded to some controversy, and he had posted on social media, he had a verse with NBA YoungBoy on his album, and it got removed. And so apparently it got removed because they didn't want to pay that fee. So the Game said, I ain't never paid for a verse in my life, and we're $200K for a 16, never in a day, blood. So ordinarily, according to these reports, he charges $300,000, but he cut the price in half and said $150,000.
I ain't mad at him.
Yeah, I mean, they got to get their money for a feature.
His fee is his fee. His price is his price.
Mm-hmm.
And they had to take, I think, Nipsey's verse off the album too, right?
Yep. They said it was a paperwork issue, like some certain paperwork hadn't gotten cleared in time.
I heard the Game album is phenomenal. I haven't got a chance to listen to it yet because it's a double album, so that takes a lot of time.
I heard it is.
But I am going to listen to it. But I heard I'm hearing some great reviews.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, did anybody listen to Rod Wave's album?
I didn't get to listen to Rod this weekend either.
Well, congratulations, because he has his second #1 on the Billboard 200 with Beautiful Mind.
Nice.
Yeah. So congratulations to Rod Wave.
Dropping the clues bombs for the young man Rod Wave. Very talented individual he is.
115,000 units sold in its first month.
That's dope.
All right, now Cardi B has responded to UFC star Jake Shields for having some very negative things to say about her. Now, Cardi B's name was brought up on Twitter by Jake Shields. He was defending right-wing influencer and former reality star Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate was banned by the company Meta, that's Facebook, and Instagram, from using any of their platforms. He was banned because of violations on dangerous organizations and individuals. And so he said a lot of things in the recent years. And he also was kicked off of Big Brother because a video emerged of him beating a woman. So he has since been really vocal about controversial topics on social media. At one point, he did claim that rape victims bear responsibility for their attacks, and he got banned from Twitter for that statement. So according to his friend, Jake Shields, who was defending him, he said after he was condemned, Tate's main message is stop being lazy and making excuses and go work hard and get in shape and make money. Cardi's is go do drugs, F random men, and go through life as a brain-dead moron. Now, Cardi B responded, I'm married, I don't smoke weed, I don't pop pills, I don't do coke. I'm a mom of 2 kids, and I do a lot of charity work. But hey, let me put Cardi into it to defend a man who defends misogyny and rape. So that was the back and forth that they had on social media. And Cardi's right for that. Like, when did she ever talk about doing drugs and, you know, saying to F random men and go through life as a brain-dead moron? That's ridiculous. She had nothing to do with anything. All right, I'm Angela Yee, and that is your Rumor Reports.
All right, we got front page news next. What are we talking about?
Yes, and let's talk about this giant slide. I don't know if you guys saw this in Detroit. Well, these kids were sliding down, and they had to actually close the slide down the same day they opened it.
I seen all them kids bumping their heads all around like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like nobody thought about it when the first kid. Well, we'll talk about it when we come back. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. Where we starting, Easy?
All right. Well, I saw a lot of these pages posting video of these kids riding the giant slide in Belle Isle. Now, this all happened in Michigan, in Detroit, in Belle Isle Park. I guess this big slide is a tradition, and they just reopened it on Friday. Grand opening, grand closing. They ended up having to close it the same day. Kids were flying through the air, flying off of it. It looked like some of them might have injured themselves. Here is what they had to say on site.
What I noticed was the impact that they was hitting the ground with coming off of the hills.
As you were going down the slide, what was going through your mind?
Man, I'm finna die.
I was watching, I don't know if y'all saw this all over on all the blogs, like all the different memes of them going down the slide, and all you heard was dump, 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 dump.
Yeah, it didn't look like a good idea. And one of the parents said they never remember it being like that it seemed like somebody sprayed Pam on the slides or something, because they said they were flying, but there's no way in hell I let my kids get on that slide.
You mean Pam, like the grease that they use on the frying pan?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
And the slide only costs $1. But it looks like they're planning to reopen it again. They made some adjustments. According to reports, the slide surface was retouched with wax to slow down people. So they closed for a rainy day, but now they're going to be open back again on the weekends.
All right.
All right, now let's discuss this happening. You know how you have a dream that you're doing something and you wake up and you're actually doing it? I don't mean that.
Somebody cut off his genitals.
What you mean, let me guess? Like you didn't do that last.
We just did that last hour.
We just did that last hour.
I missed it. I wasn't here. All right. Well, good job.
Thank you.
You guys are ahead of the curve.
Yeah, I don't believe that story though, because it's just too much things that have to happen in order for you to do all of that. You got to grab the knife. You got to start cutting yourself, and you're going to go specifically towards your testicles. And I would think the pain would wake you up immediately. Like, come on. There's more to that story.
That's a hard sleep.
If he's sleepwalking that
Soft
much,
sleep.
That's root. Somebody put root on him. That's good old fashioned black magic, baby. Okay.
All right.
Root.
Well, now I know we wanted to talk about this robber that robbed Kim Kardashian back in 2016.
Yes.
And so recently they did a documentary on Vice, and he talked about why that happened, and it doesn't seem like he has any remorse about this. So they were talking about robbing and targeting influencers. One of the suspects says he doesn't feel guilty about stealing from Kim Kardashian. He blames her for flaunting her wealth. He said, since she was throwing money away, I was there to collect it, and that was that.
Yeah, he referenced, I guess there was something, I don't watch the show, but there was something on the show where she threw a ring.
I think it might have been
her
her.
Or something.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, she threw a ring away, so his thing was like, well, if they just throwing it away, we might as well come collect
Let's
it.
go get it. He said they should be a little less showy towards people who can't afford it. For some people, it's provocative.
Yeah, he said that, it's insensitive to floss in front of people who can't afford the things that they can afford.
He said she got a lot of money. This lady doesn't care at all.
Listen, the doc on Vice's YouTube is very interesting. You should check it out if you haven't. The title of the video is Using Snapchat to Rob Influencers. Mm-hmm. And the truth of the matter is what those robbers are saying is absolutely true. Like, humans put targets on their backs, via social media. And if you want to floss and stunt via social media, that's fine. But you got to deal with the consequences that come with that, because everybody not wishing you well. Not to mention, it is folks out there that's starving and they want what you have, and some are willing to come take it. So if you're going to stunt, I would just say spend as much money protecting your assets.
Yeah, but this man made it seem like, because she has it and she shows it, I'm going to take it. Like he said, since she was throwing money away, I was there to collect it. And that's that. Guilty? No, I don't care. And, I mean, it's effed up that he only served $2 million, but he did put guns to their head.
He served $2 million.
I'm sorry, he served 2 years.
Oh.
He did put guns to their head. He took $10 million worth of jewelry. That there's also that $4 million wedding ring that she had. Tied them up. He did a whole bunch of things. Nah, that's not right.
He should have definitely got more than 2 years.
That's not right.
Yeah.
It's not right.
And he has no remorse. That's really crazy.
But hold on now, Envy. You said the other day that if somebody does a home invasion, they don't deserve a whole bunch of time.
No, I didn't say that.
That's what you did
say. I said if they did a robbery, there's a difference.
No, you said home invasion.
No.
We were talking about home invasion. Yes, we were specifically talking about home invasion. Yes.
No,
yes.
No, not
yes.
If somebody comes
and
in
I
the
said
house,
if you violate somebody's house, they should get thrown under the jail.
I said robbery. There's a difference between a robbery and a home invasion. Robbery, somebody kicks in your door and you're not home, and this, that, and the other. This man put a gun, tied them up. There's a difference. There's a difference.
I agree. There's a difference.
But
when you run up in somebody's house, you don't know if somebody's home or not.
Right. If somebody's home is different, but if somebody just goes to robbery, and a lot of times these kids do it to try to get as much money, do I think they should get 20 years in prison? I said no.
Hey,
home invasion is totally different.
I disagree. If you run up in somebody's crib, you don't know if somebody's in there or not.
That's true. But if somebody's in there, you should get way more time, because a lot of people, they don't think somebody's home when they try to do a robbery. But anyway, all of it's wrong.
Yes.
But let's open up the phone lines. 800-585-1051. Do you believe what this guy says?
Do I believe what he says?
Do you agree what he says?
Do I agree?
You shouldn't be flashy. If you're flashy, that means that's just saying that people should be able to take it. He doesn't feel any remorse.
I don't think that I could agree with anybody who wants to rob somebody and justify it.
I think that if you're going to be flashy, you should protect your assets. Like I would say, where's your security? You know what I mean? Like if you're gonna put yourself out there like that and put security. It. Yeah, she did. They slipped up that night.
Yeah,
but if you're gonna put a target on your back, then you got to be able to protect, whatever it is that you show into the world. Because there are people out here who do not wish you well. There are people out here that think just like that robber, and it's more people like that than you think. And if they can catch you slipping, they will.
Yeah. See, I don't necessarily agree. I hate thieves. I hate robbers. I hate home invaders. I feel it like this, right? People work hard, like they grind. They get out. There's a lot of people get it out the mud. Like they start from nothing and they work hard and they go the right route and they make it. And if they make it, they should be able to enjoy it however they want to enjoy it. That's their money. That's their time. They work very hard. And just because somebody doesn't have it doesn't give you the right to just come and take it. And it bothers the ish out of me. I tell people that all the time. If you try it and you get shot, oh well.
But that's my point. Everything you're saying sounds good, but guess what? That's not reality. There are people out here who do not wish you well, and there are people out here who want what you have. And guess what? What you said is exactly what is the truth. You got to protect your assets. Where's your security? Where's your gun to defend yourself if something like that happens to you? Yes, that's what you should be thinking about.
Yeah, you're right. 800-585-1051. Let's discuss. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Call 800-585-1051 to join into the discussion with The Breakfast Club.
Talk about it.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Now, if you just joined us, we're talking about Kim Kardashian's robbery. Remember, she was robbed in Paris. They took $10 million worth of jewelry, and the robber blames her. She said, yes, you shouldn't be as flashy. Be a little less showy, and I wouldn't have taken it.
That's what he said. He said, shoot, y'all just throwing money away. We might as well come collect it. I guess because she threw a ring away on the Kardashian show or something.
I don't know. But then even we were talking about Asian doll. What happened with Asian doll in the club, Yee?
A woman tried to steal her chain over the weekend. So there's a video that even surfaced of the girl talking about why she decided to do it. She just said she had a little chain. Asian doll had the bigger chain.
Oh, we have actual audio of the girl saying that she seen it and liked it and wanted to take it. Let's hear it.
Bro, that shit was in my face, bro. I'm seeing the picture. Mind you, I just bought a chain, so I'm thinking I'm big dog. This comes in here where her is busting. I'm like, yo, my little chain is not compared to her chain. Bro, I spent some bands on my chain, so I know she spent bands. I need that.
I need that. I just bought a chain. I thought I was big dog, so she walk in the club. So you think you just gonna come grab it?
I was like, this can't be real.
I think everybody should watch that documentary on YouTube that Vice did. It's called Using Snapchat to Rob Influencers. Because what these robbers are saying is absolutely true. The mentality of that young lady who did that to Asian doll, the mentality of the guy who did that to Kim Kardashian. Yo, humans put targets on their backs via social media. And if you want to floss and stunt via social media, that's fine. But you got to deal with the consequences. Because there are people like that out there in this world who do not wish you well. And they are starving. And if they're not starving, they just simply want what you have. And they will come take it. Period.
Hello, who's this?
Yo, this is Money. What's the top of the morning, guys?
Money. Talk to us.
All right, repeat the question. I don't want to sound stupid on the radio. Repeat the question one more time.
Ain't no question, it's just thoughts. The guy that robbed Kim Kardashian said that he did it because
she shouldn't be so showy.
He said that she should be less showy, and then we talked about Asian doll. The girl said that Asian doll's chain was bigger than her, so she just had to have it.
Well, listen, man, we gotta realize, man, this day and age, man, people rob people. That's their occupation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You showing off, you're gonna get robbed. You know what I'm saying? You gotta just get your money, man. Just stay humble, man, because you show off, you're gonna have to check in, man.
And you're making it very easy for these robbers. And the reason you're making it very easy for these robbers because they know what you're wearing. They know how much you got on you sometimes because you go to the bank and you show them, like, I just took $20,000 out. You show them what you're driving.
That is, but when people say it's showing off, right? So if somebody buys a nice piece of jewelry, a nice watch, they buy it for them. They don't have to show off. It's not trying to issue on somebody. It could be just because they like it.
And I'm fine with that.
They can buy a nice car just because they like it. People take it, oh, no, they're showing off. No, I like my car.
Yeah, I don't think
or I like my watch, or I like my ring, or this person likes this bag, or this person likes these shoes. It ain't showing off. It's a mother effer like what they like.
If you put it on social media, you're showing it off.
I put everything on social media, though, from like myself, and so does a lot of people.
Maybe you should.
Goods, I put the bag.
Well, I think the point is that these are influencers, in particular in this Vice
And
documentary.
these are influencers?
So, no, what I'm saying is a lot of times what these people are doing as influencers, you're posting things also because you're, sometimes promoting a lifestyle or showing people what you have, and people are interested in those things.
Hey, listen.
Everybody knows Envy does car shows. He's going to post cars because that's what his thing is. I like shopping sometimes. I don't post a lot of flashy things, but if I get something cute that I'm excited about, that's something that you share.
But you
especially
gotta post it.
If you care about fashion,
you could go out and wear something
you can
nice.
wear something.
That's right.
And then somebody be like, oh, her bag is better than my bag, so I'm going to take it. You're wearing it because you like it.
And by the way, people will rob you for $20. So it's not.
You're right.
That's right. As long as you have more than they have, they'll take it from you. But if you can afford all of that designer stuff and all of that jewelry and stuff, you can afford security too.
Not necessarily.
You got to protect your assets. Well, then your priorities are wrong.
If you just have if you have a nice purse, you're not going to hire security to walk around with you. Yeah, because you have a nice purse on.
It depends who you are.
A nice watch,
depends who you are. Nah. It does. It depends who you are. Like if you're gonna put yourself out there like that, and you're
honest. A lot of these influencers don't have a lot of money to hire security. If they get a little money and they buy a watch, and a watch could be just a nice watch, they're not gonna hire security that's gonna cost them $300 a day for a $10,000 watch. They
that's
can't
true.
afford it.
And guess who know that?
You're
the
right.
robber.
But that doesn't make it right.
I'm not saying. I'm just listening. It's a lot of things that is not right, but we still got to deal with the reality of the situation.
Hello, who's this?
Man, it's the Dupree from Omaha, Nebraska. What's up with y'all guys?
Omaha, Nebraska. You the craziest thing in Nebraska?
Talk to us, Dupree.
I'm the illest in Nebraska. You know it. But
okay.
Back to what we were saying, it's my birthday, so I just wanted to say
happy birthday.
Happy born day, kid.
And to answer y'all question, though, like DJ Envy said, man, I'm a small business owner. So, I get it out the mud. So I like to floss, I like to buy jewelry and stuff like that and look good. But at the same time, like you, Charlamagne, I can't afford an army, or a security. So I got to take advantage of having a CCW, and someone tried to rob me, and I just got to protect myself in the meantime. You know what I mean?
You a licensed gun owner?
Man, license. Keep that F&N on me with the 30 shots. You know it.
There you go. But I mean,
but both games.
But it's the truth. Like he said, he got it out the mud. He worked hard for his. So if he wants to wear a nice watch or a nice chain or drive a nice car, that's his prerogative. Like, he got it out the mud, and we should be and we should be saying, yo, you did it the right way. And you try to rob them. I'm glad you're a licensed gun owner, because I am too. And like you said, you got to protect yourself at all times. And everybody can't afford an army. They can't afford 24-hour security.
Yeah, I don't like robbers. I don't like thieves. I agree with all of that.
Thieves.
But I also know you can't have it both ways. Like if you're going to have these things and floss and show off these things, your material possessions, just know that you're putting a target on your back. And when you know that target is on your back, you have to do what you got to do to protect it.
800-585-1051. We were talking about Kim Kardashian. Now, the person that robbed her actually said that it was her fault. She should be a little less showy.
Out here being all insensitive to those of us who can't afford those type of things. That's what he said. He's an old man, too. That's why you got to watch the doc. He's an OG.
Yeah,
he ain't like he got to be in his 60s.
He's done this before.
He's 60s, right? Yes.
They done this before. That was planned. That was planned.
I'm sure they shocked at the way y'all just be showing things off on social media. He's like, it never used to be this easy. We used to have to really stake people out and target them. They make it easy for us.
800-585-1051. Let's talk about it. What's your thoughts? It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Call me. Add your opinion to the Breakfast Club topic. Come on. 800-585-1051.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, if you're just joining us, we're talking about Kim Kardashian's robber.
Yeah, man.
He was sentenced to 2 years.
Yep. Mm-hmm. He's old. He's 72 years old, I think they said he was.
72 years old. And he blames her for the robbery. He says she should be a little less showy.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then Asian Doll over the weekend, a girl said that, her chain, she just bought a chain. She thought she was Big Dog. And then Asian Doll walks in with a bigger chain. Let's hear it.
Bro, that shit was in my face, bro. I'm seeing the picture. Mind you, I just bought a chain, so I'm thinking I'm Big Dog. This comes in here where her is busting. I'm like, yo, my little chain is not compared to her chain. Bro, I spent some bands on my chain, so I know she spent bands. I need that.
So she just thought she could grab it and take it.
Why are we acting like any of this is new, though? Like, this has been going on since the beginning of time. Like, if you floss, there's going to be robbers.
But
one of the biggest songs out of New York City
is what?
Ante up, jack that fool. Right. Ante up, kidnap that fool. Y'all used to be playing that, bringing it back in the club. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Now, all of a sudden, I don't want nobody to rob me.
No, it's not a matter. Nobody ever wants anybody to rob you, stupid fool. But the problem is it's just odd to me that people think it's okay.
I don't think
like they're making excuses like, nah, I robbed you because of you.
But
I robbed you because your chain was bigger than my chain.
But Envy, that's the robber. That's his mentality. Like, we can ignore the mentality of that robber if we want to, but the reality is there are millions of people out here who think just like him. And to not take heed to what he's saying is nuts. That's the robber. Like, you can't understand it because you're not a robber. You're not a thief.
Correct.
That is a robber. That is a thief. That is what he does.
Well, and I think in particular, though, what he's saying is they target influencers, not just the average person. And what influencers do is show off things that they have and things that they're doing.
He said influencers and celebrities. He did say that.
But that's kind of their job. Like, influencers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They
so
get paid off
what
of
are you supposed
showing.
to not do those things because you might,
He said athletes, celebrities, influencers, like anybody with money. And listen, I don't knock anyone for what they choose to show via social media, but every time I see somebody showing their material possessions, all I say to myself is I hope that they are doing what they need to do to protect it. That's it.
Hello, who's this?
This is Robin.
Hey, Robin. Oh.
Robin.
How appropriate.
Yeah, right? Good morning, Robin.
Good morning.
Talk to us.
I just want to say that it is more than materialistic, as you know. When someone robs you home and they steal from you, it takes away your peace, your sense of security.
That's right.
You cannot replace that. I had my account not even hacked, taken by a person at a restaurant. And I was, just that, stealing money and just stealing items. I mean, that person, because I know who it is now, but the person that stole from my account was on hold. I couldn't pay no bills.
Damn.
I couldn't buy groceries. Like, that's taking away your peace, your sense of security. They needed to go to jail. I'm glad that they did. But they need to go to jail learn from their mistakes so that won't happen again. That slap on the wrist stuff, that don't work. Because I worked in criminal justice for a long time. And they get back out and do it again and do it again. And I feel like with Kim Kardashian, even though she has the money and she does that little silly stuff, she still was affected by it, and it stole her peace because she's still talking about it. Even to this day, she will still talk about how when she got robbed, I think in Paris.
Yeah, Paris.
They robbed her peace.
They tied her up, put a gun to her head.
Right,
with a gun to her head. But somebody that's stealing your peace and sense of security, that's hard to rebuild. Right. You're always looking over your shoulder. You're always thinking somebody out to get you. Mentally, that is so messed up. People need to think. And if you ain't got it, you need to get level up so you can. Grind hard just like everybody else.
I agree with you. The crazy part about it is, I was robbed at gunpoint. I actually chased the dude. And then the second time they tried to carjack me again, and they shot up my car a couple of times. And both times I came on the radio the next day, and it didn't affect me. And it doesn't affect me is because
it affects you later, I'm sure, though.
Not really. I think I'm from a place where I see it and it happens so often. I just chalk it up as, okay, it's part of the game, which is effed up and it's foul. And you try to make maneuvers to make sure it doesn't happen. Both times I had security with me. But it does happen. But you make sure you secure your home. You make sure you secure your family. You make sure you secure everything around you. But it's like you said, it's effed up. I just hate a thief. I hate a person that will rather take somebody else's ish than to get up off their ass and try to level up or get it themselves. Like, that bothers me because I came from a place that I didn't get $1 million loan like Donald Trump. I didn't get a huge, backing. I got it from the mud.
I'm with you, but
it means more to me.
I think we both know, saying exactly what you just said, coming from the environments we come from, you can't have it both ways. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you're going to, show off material things or put material things out there, like, you just have to be able to protect it. Like, that's why I was like, where's your security? Where's your gun? Like, if you're going to put those assets out there, you know that you're putting a target on your back. So don't make it easy for people.
But I also, for myself, I also like to show kids, you got to think growing up, the only people that I seen doing it growing up was the drug dealers. And I seen a lot of kids go to selling drugs because they seen the drug dealers with the nice cars, the nice jewelry, the chicks and all that. But you want to show kids that there are different ways, that you can be an accountant and still have nice clothes and nice cars and nice jewelry. You could be a DJ and still have that. You could be, wherever you can. You don't have to go that route.
Well, it's interesting, right? Because, like, the accountant, for some reason, isn't putting his stuff all over social media. You know what I mean? Like,
nobody's following the accountant like that. But, like, if you look at a lot of accountants, they all got nice watches. They all drive nice cars. You look at attorneys, they got nice watches, but they don't
If you know.
Right. Like, they don't follow the accountant or the attorney like that. They follow the athletes. They follow the rappers, the R&B singers, the influencers.
That's true.
They follow those people.
But the lawyer ain't getting the bust down, though.
Some lawyers got bust down.
You think some lawyers got bust down?
And then some lawyers, their watches cost more than the bust down.
But people don't know that. They just know that y'all... They know the flossers. They know what ice look like.
Yeah, but I do love watching all the videos of the influencers when they're like unboxing things that they got. I think for a lot of people it is fun to watch. That's why you follow them and part of what they do and how they make their money.
Correct. Fun to rob too. One of them dudes on that Vice doc said, "My penis gets hard when I take this stuff off them."
Wait.
You gotta watch the doc. The doc is interesting. Like, to not take heed to what these robbers are saying is kind of crazy. I like to know the mentality of people like that.
All right, well. We got, what's the moral of the story, if there is a moral?
The moral of the story is I don't knock anybody for what they choose to show via social media. Like Envy said, everybody does work hard. If they want to, show the fruits of their labor, fine. But every time I see somebody showing it off, I ask myself and I hope that they can protect it. Because we can ignore the mentality of these robbers if we want to, but the reality is there are millions of people out here who think just like them, and to not take heed to what they're saying, that's nuts. That's nuts.
All right, and if you have a house, get a dog.
Get a dog, get a gun. Because you know what else?
Licensed gun.
And also, too, just think about it. Whatever it is you decide to put on social media, just ask yourself, is showing this on social media, is it going to make it worth more? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Does it make the car drive faster? Does it make the ice go up in value? I don't know. Just ask yourself, what's the point every time you showing something on social media? Like, what's the point?
All right. We got rumors on the way?
Yes, and let's talk about Tyrese. He is defending buying his daughter a Rolls Royce.
All right,
you wouldn't have to do that if you didn't put it on social media.
We'll get to that next. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
It's time. She's spilling the tea. This is the Rumor Report with Angela Yee on the Breakfast Club.
Oh man, Quando Rondo was present during a shooting yesterday, according to his rep. That shooting, well, not yesterday, but that was what the rep said at the time. But this deadly shooting happened over the weekend on Friday. And during that shooting, it resulted in the untimely death of another young man's life. His rep said he himself didn't sustain any injuries during the shooting and is safe. We ask that his privacy is respected at this time. And so, again, we want to say rest in peace. I saw Quando Rondo posted pictures and just put my cuz on those pictures. But here is the video of him at the scene.
Sheriff's deputies pulling out a man who had been shot in an SUV. This man, a passenger in that car, frantic at the sight.
All right, so again, prayers to that man's family and hope he's taking care of himself, after witnessing something like that and going through the things that he's had to go through so far. And Fat Joe, for his birthday, he had a huge celebration. You saw Ashanti was there, Gil King, Angie Martinez, Busta Rhymes. I mean, it looked like quite the...
Mary J. Blige.
Yeah, Mary J. Blige, of course. And Fat Joe is also going to be starring in his own one-man stand-up comedy show that is based on his life. So I'm sure that's going to be pretty amazing to see. He also has a book coming out. And that book is set to be released this fall.
Dropping the clues bombs for Joey Cridak. I'm waiting on that book.
The Book of Jose.
Joe. And happy birthday to Fat Joe, man. I love his birthday parties. I missed it this year, of course, because I was at the car show. But happy birthday to Fat Joe. Good brother. I heard Lorena put on an amazing dinner. So shout out to the Joey Crack family.
The thing I'm waiting to hear most is the audible version of Fat Joe's book, because we know Fat Joe is top 3 greatest storytellers in hip hop. I say sure Fat Joe, Nori, and Irv Gotti. So
that's why that one-man show should be really good.
It will be.
That he's doing as well. And he said in a press release, "I'm not holding anything back. I've always taken pride in my storytelling, but we're about to take it to the next level. I'm grateful to Dave Chappelle, Rock Nation, and Magic Lemonade for their support."
I wonder if that'll clash with the book, though, because I'm sure it's some mad stories in the book.
I'm sure it's similar. It's just like going on tour like Michelle Obama did for Becoming, or anybody that
No, that was different, because that's an interview about the book when Michelle Obama did.
But when is he doing it? Did they say a date?
When is the one-man show?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's probably going to be around the time of the book.
I think it'll
That would make sense.
Release book. Did they say where yet? Did they say?
No.
It's going to be at a dope place, too. Fat Joe got a lot. In the next 3 weeks, they're going to be announcing so much Fat Joe stuff.
I thought you were about to tell us.
No, I'm not going to tell you. I'll let Joe tell you. But there's so many things that they're going to announce on Joe. He
got a TV show with Kenya Barris.
He's doing so much work, so.
Yep. It's a lot.
Congratulations to him. All right, now Tyrese is defending buying his 15-year-old a Rolls Royce. So in a recent video that he posted on Instagram, he showed off a present that he gave his daughter for back-to-school week, a white Rolls Royce. And he said, "My baby starts the 9th grade. She will be pulling up in style." And then I guess he anticipated there would be some people having some things to say. And he said, "Don't tell me what you would or wouldn't do for your teen. When you really got it, most 1%ers will put $10 million in their child's money market account at birth and let it grow interest by the time they turn 18. They will want for nothing. Instantly become a monthly trust fund baby." He said, "Shayla's my firstborn, just turned 15. She deserves the whole wide world." So
that's fine if you could do it, do your thing. But I just don't understand why you would put a target on your daughter like that.
Well, you can't even drive at 15, can you?
Can't drive at 15.
No,
that's true.
No.
Yeah. So it's like when you turn 16, now everybody knows what your daughter's driving. Like, why?
Yeah, I think it was a graduation gift. I didn't think he bought her a car. I thought it was just like for a graduation. It was a car service, like a type of.
Oh.
That's what I thought it was.
Oh,
I didn't think it was. I bought my daughter a $300,000 car. I thought it was like it's her birthday. I'm gonna have her ride to school in style. I thought.
Oh, that's different.
I could be wrong. But I don't think he'd buy his daughter a car that she can't
that would
drive
make no
for
sense.
2 years. That would be dumb.
Especially if you're going to put in your caption about trust funds and how people put money away. That wouldn't make sense at all.
No.
All right, now Erica Banks.
But it is Tyrese we're talking about.
Is defending her decision to twerk at a high school. Now, somebody wrote, "Mind you, she at a high school. Why the F you twerking for children?" And somebody said, "Who is Erica Banks' manager? Why is she throwing it back for teens? Why was you twerking for underage boys?" And Erica Banks went on Instagram and responded to people. She said, "Girl, didn't nobody touch them kids? Clearly, we had a great time. Good day." So
they never seen high school kids twerk. She wasn't twerking on a boy. She wasn't twerking on a girl. She was dancing.
Yeah, she was dancing.
And if you go to any club or any venue, that's how people dance. I didn't see anything. If she wasn't twerking, it was not like she was giving anybody a lap dance. She was dancing.
It's interesting, right? Because people say the phrase, "It's a time and a place for everything." When is that time and that place in 2022? Because there's no boundaries for nothing. Like nothing is sacred.
No,
that's what I'm saying. They twerk in church. They do twerk in church. They twerk for Jesus. It's like when I don't know what the lines are anymore. I'm not even lying. I personally don't know. I know I have my own personal lines, but I don't know what the lines are for everybody else.
These kids go to Rolling Loud. They go to all these concerts. They see their favorite artists twerking.
They twerking on TikTok. Them same kids.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm Angela Yee, and that's your rumor report.
I don't know if it's right or if it's wrong. I just don't know what the line is anymore.
Well, you guys have kids, so if Erica Banks came to perform at your children's school and was twerking, and
well, I personally, Erica Banks is the one that signed the label Megan Thee Stallion used to be signed to, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So if somebody said Erica Banks performed at your school or Megan Thee Stallion, I'd be like, well, I'm sure some twerking probably happened. You know what I mean? Because that's what they do.
They twerk in church, bro.
They twerk in church.
Right, so there's your answer, right? If it does, I guess it wouldn't be offensive to y'all. So
no,
I just don't know what the lines are. I don't know anymore. I don't know what makes people upset and what doesn't.
Well, why don't you twerk for us right now? Come on, twerk before you give us a donkey.
You can't command someone to twerk. Now that's inappropriate.
Especially not no grown man.
Yeah,
then you get mad.
If
when
someone
people,
decides to twerk on their own free will, that's
right.
fine. But you can't say twerk for us right now.
And then when people run up on
What
you and
type
be
of
like, you and
environment?
Charlamagne go together, who fault is that? then you mad. You know what I'm saying?
Imagine you at work and your coworker says, twerk for me right now.
I'm gonna do that one day.
That.
I should file a complaint to HR just to see how it looks on paper. Leonard McKelvey claims Rashawn Casey said to twerk for him at the job. I just want to see how that reads on a.
Amber, you of all people should know that's inappropriate. I'm shocked at you.
Why? I didn't say it to you. I said it to him.
I know. So that's okay.
You know what I'm saying? It don't count when it's men.
He's still your coworker.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. There's such a double standard that it's disgusting.
Who's gonna protect y'all when I'm gone?
He gave me an ass.
What? That never happened.
All right, guys, we got to pay some bills.
That never happened.
Let's
You
go
did
pay
give me
some
an
bills.
ass.
That never happened. Nobody saw that.
You didn't give me a black
It's
ass with
Nobody saw
Oh
that.
my God.
Nobody saw that.
Who you giving your donkey to then?
Before after the hour, we need Antoine Sims to come to the front of the congregation. We like to have a word with him because this generation is nuts. All right? That's what the ass had with it, too.
That's what the ass had with it. All right, Donkey of the Day. I hate this guy. Donkey of the Day's up next. Is The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Leaving a child in a hot vehicle can lead to their death very quickly. Set cell phone reminders or place something you'll need in the back seat so you don't forget your child is in the car. Look for your baby before you lock. Paid for by NHTSA.
I was born a donkey.
It's the Donkey of the Day.
It's time for the donkey of the day. That's pretty funny.
Charlamagne the devil?
Possibly. The Breakfast Club.
Donkey of the Day for Thursday, August 22nd, goes to a 24-year-old man named Antoine Sims. Antoine is a murder suspect in Georgia, and he had an outstanding warrant for missing a court date in 2018 where he and two others are accused of setting fire to a car with a woman's body inside. Did you hear what I just said? See, sometimes we see stories like this so much that we become desensitized to these types of headlines. Antoine Sims is a murder suspect, and him and two others were accused of setting fire to a car with a woman's body inside after a drug deal gone bad. Sims was charged in the death of a young woman named Adalisa Murtovich. Apologies if I got her last name wrong. I know I can't pronounce much. I'm sending healing energy to her family. May God be pleased with her. But she was with two men who went to an apartment to buy drugs from Sims in 2018. Allegedly, gunfire broke out, and the woman was hit while sitting in a car owned by one of the two men, and then Sims allegedly took the car and set it on fire. He was later captured by U.S. Marshals in Wisconsin, and the two other men were also charged. Now, he's wanted by the police because he had an outstanding warrant from 2018. He missed the court date about the aforementioned incident, and he's out on bond wearing an ankle bracelet. This is where I get confused, because if he's got an outstanding warrant and an ankle bracelet, then clearly they know where he's been, right? The last 4 years, right? I would think, but clearly that wasn't the case. Now, if you are wanted by police, I would think the last, thing you would want to do is make contact with the police, right? Well, not in 2022, going into 2023. I'm trying to tell you, these people of this generation think differently. In fact, I believe that people spend so much time in a virtual reality that it's made them forget that we live in a real world. And when you do things in the real world, you have to deal with the real world consequences. For some reason, folks in this generation don't believe that. They have not grasped that concept. And this story is proof. Remember what I said. Antoine Sims is a murder suspect with an outstanding warrant for missing a court date. But he's in custody now. Would you like to know how he got arrested? Well, let's go to Fox 5 for the report, please.
Well, new tonight, it started with a disagreement over fries at a fast food restaurant. You've heard that before, haven't you? It turned into a police chase and a customer being tased.
Fox 5's Denise Dillon tells us at the time the customer was out on bond on murder charges.
I try to fry the fries. They're lukewarm, but they're not hot.
Kennesaw police say that's what started an argument between this man, Antoine Sims, and the owner of this McDonald's. Sims was charged in the murder of a woman in Johns Creek in 2018. He ran from police then and was later captured by U.S. Marshals in Wisconsin after complaining about his cold fries. This man, who already had murder charges against him, is now headed back to jail.
It's very unusual that someone, knowing that he is wanted by the police, would call the police. But Mr. Sims did that.
Amazing.
Just don't know anymore, y'all. I've never seen a time like this. Let me tell you something, though. There is nothing worse than cold French fries, especially when they're from McDonald's. Drop on the clues bombs for hot fries from McDonald's. You're talking quite possibly the #1 fast food French fry of all time. Personally, I prefer Wendy's fries, but if someone tells me they like McDonald's better, I'm not tripping. I actually listened to a great podcast that Malcolm Gladwell did about McDonald's French fries on revisionist history. This was some years ago, but this is proof that when you get cold French fries from McDonald's, the world stops. Doesn't matter what else is going on in your life. When you get cold French fries from Mickey D's, everything else stops, period. I gotta go get my hot fries. Why would they ever do me like this and give me cold fries? That's why when you go to McDonald's, sometimes you tell them, I'll wait until the next batch. I see them sitting there. I wait till you drop some. Okay, and when they tell you that, you got to wait 5-7 minutes, you're going to wait that 5-7 minutes regardless of what you got to do, because you know that those hot French fries are going to bring you joy and comfort. Okay? Outstanding warrant for a connection to a murder, hot French fries. Easy call for some, but not for Antoine. What would y'all have chosen? This was you. You got to think about it, right? You got to think about it. Because you already know you want it for murder. Like when you go to jail, you ain't getting these McDonald's fries. So you got to cherish these moments.
Not too much salt.
So it'd be the fries for you.
Yeah, they got to be perfect, though. Not burnt, not too much salt, not soggy, crispy, fresh batch.
Okay. Envy, what about you? Outstanding warrant for a connection to a murder, hot French fries.
I'm going with the French fries. Wow. A little salt and pepper on them.
See? Antoine's not alone. Okay, Antoine, this man loves hot French fries from McDonald's so much that he called 911 to complain that his fries weren't hot, even though he had an outstanding warrant for a connection to a murder.
They do have the best French fries, though.
I think so.
That's never stopped.
Yeah,
Between them and Wendy's.
I might get some today.
Wendy's fries couldn't tie.
No, Wendy's fries ain't no joke.
No,
Wendy's fries.
But you know the biggest compliment when you're at a restaurant, you're like, these taste like McDonald's fries.
No, McDonald's fries is banging.
Because they're nice, they're perfect size.
Yes.
Moral of the story is...
Don't give me no shoestring fries.
Moral of the story is people like Antoine Sims, these are the people you are hoping won't rob you when you show your material possessions on social media. Okay? These are the people we are placing our fate with to do the right thing. Some donkey of the days just sell themselves. Please give Antoine Sims the sweet sounds of the Hamiltons.
Oh, now you are the donkey of the day. You are the donkey of the day. Yeehaw.
I don't rock with them Nathan's fries. I don't like the crinkle fries.
The hell is
I
Nathan's?
do like those
Nathan's, the hot
crinkle
dog spot.
fries.
Oh, they all right.
Yeah,
cool.
they have the cheese fries. If you go to Nathan's, you gotta get the cheese on it.
Yeah, I ain't mad at Nathan's fries. They cool. I'm a Wendy's fry guy.
Oh, I'm a McDonald's fry
What about
guy.
the waffle fries they have at
Chick-fil-A? Decent.
I rock with
I
them.
like waffle
Not
fries.
mad at them.
I rock with them.
More places should have tater tots.
Like
I love
taters
when
too.
you go to tater tots.
Taters is just cool.
All right, guys.
What you want to do?
See what I tell you? Just the mention of hot French fries from McDonald's makes us forget what the moral of the story was. This is a man who was a murder suspect.
You're right.
He had an outstanding warrant. He called 911 because his fries weren't hot from McDonald's. I'm telling you, man. You know they used to cook those things in fat grease, the same fat grease that they used to do the burgers in. That's why they used to have that taste back in the early 1900s.
They changed it a lot, though.
I learned that from Malcolm Gladwell's podcast.
All right. Well, y'all want to go? Y'all want to twerk or y'all want French fries? Which way you want to go?
What?
I didn't say do you want to twerk for French fries. I said y'all want to go twerking or y'all want to French fries. Which one you want to go?
What is this nigga talking about?
I don't know. He wanted to make the topic about.
Who am I going to turn to and say, what is this nigga talking about when you leave? Because the person ain't going to understand what you're talking about either. Whoever it is, they're not going to understand you.
Oh,
He was trying to toss to Erica Banks twerking in the school.
Oh, got you. See, I forgot about that fast, okay? Refresh our memory.
You're getting old. All right, so we talked about the story. What happened with Erica Banks, Easy?
Well, she was in the high school twerking, and some people on social media thought it was inappropriate to twerk at a high school.
All right, 800-585-1051. They were upset that she was twerking at a high school. She wasn't twerking on a boy. She wasn't twerking on a girl. She was just twerking, just like y'all do at church. So we're asking 800-585-1051. Was this inappropriate? Let's talk about it. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Good morning, Eric from Vegas. What's up?
What's up,
DJ
Eric?
Envy,
Good morning, sir.
Lee, Charlamagne the God.
Peace, King.
I literally never seen this until right now. I'm watching it, and just like you said, everybody's going to dance the way they want to dance, how they want to dance, when they want to dance. I'm literally looking at it right now. She ain't touched nobody.
See?
She's a grown woman. Those are kids. They kept their distance. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I see you're right. No,
Yeah,
I agree with you.
And I'm sure back in the day, Uncle Luke performed in some high schools in Florida. I'm sure Uncle Luke and the 2 Live Crew pulled up to a couple of high
I think
schools.
you stretch it. I think you're going too far.
I don't know, bro. I'm just saying. I don't know. I don't have an opinion about it, to be honest with you.
All right. Hello, who's this?
Yeah, man, it's Bird, man. Charlamagne, Columbia, South Carolina in the building. Metro,
803 Metro, what's happening?
Ain't nothing. Man, hey, the way that this story it reads very greatly under-exaggerates what happened. If y'all didn't see the video, she literally bends over and starts twerking like 3 feet away from a group of high school teenagers.
But nobody touched her, right?
Yeah, nobody touched her, but like, imagine a guy walks in some gray sweatpants and just starts shaking it around in front of some.
Now that's inappropriate. That's inappropriate. I agree with you. I agree with you on that. That's inappropriate. But there's a double standard, brother.
You know, it's funny. The guy that just called said he seen it and see nothing wrong with it, and then he said he's seen it and seen
That's
something
what I'm
wrong
saying.
with it.
I don't have an opinion. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know what's right or what's wrong because I don't know what the lines are anymore. I just know that twerking is part of the everyday lexicon of people nowadays.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, this is Khadijah. How you doing?
Hey, Khadijah. Good morning. How you feeling this morning?
I'm doing great, MB. Always a pleasure to hear your voice.
Oh, I love this energy. I feel all the positivity. What's your thoughts, Mama?
I think that Erica Banks is disgusting. I think that a lot of women out here now are disgusting, and I think that most people don't even want to see that. They think that they go along with it because of the status quo. Some women aren't even about that, but they still do it anyway just to fit in. We don't have to fit in. You know what I mean? Be unique. I'm so sick and tired of just the whole culture right now with the dumbed down music and then the women bending over, touching their toes when everybody's been trying to get away from that. Now, of course, in every, culture genre or whatever, we have certain people who are about that, but everybody's never about the same thing, and that's what makes it so sad.
Yeah, that's what I said. I don't know what the lines are anymore, Queen. Maybe I'm desensitized to it just because we see this stuff all of the time. I personally don't have a problem with it just because I also know that these kids are doing that. These same kids that she was doing that for, they doing that all over social media.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And these kids are what age? 17?
Well, I don't know. They're in high school, so they could be younger than that.
16, 15, 18?
You're lucky Glorilla wasn't there. The teachers and everybody would have been wild.
Yeah,
that's a #1 song.
Right.
Let's go! Okay? You think she'd have really turned things up in there.
800-585-1051. Erica Banks, she was performing at a high school out in Atlanta. Shout out to 105.3 to beat our sister station. Shout out to Louis V and them. They brought her there.
Yeah, good job, Louis V.
Good job, Louis V. She started dancing and people were upset. All right. Do you feel a way that she was twerking for high school students? Let's talk about it.
At a red light.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, if you just joined us, we're talking about Erica Banks. What happened with Erica Banks, Yeezy?
She was performing at a school and she was twerking, and some people were mad on social media because it was a high school and they thought it was inappropriate.
You know, I feel like a complete and total hypocrite because I truly don't know what's appropriate and what's not inappropriate no more. Because the reality is, you know, whether you twerk at the high school or you twerk on social media, it's still kids watching you. You know what I'm saying?
Or you twerk in church, the kids watching.
That's what I'm saying. Like twerking is such a regular thing now. Like if you was like, oh, she was stripping in front of the kids,
that's different.
I'd be like, damn. But twerking? Like, what is twerking? Everybody twerk. Grandma's twerk now. Granddaddy's twerk.
I don't know about that. I never seen no granddaddy's twerk.
Who?
Hello, who's this?
Hello.
All right, man. What's your thoughts, brother?
I think it's inappropriate because if it's a grown woman doing stuff for little boys, now what if a young high school girl would have got up there and done the same thing she's doing? That's inappropriate at school regardless. You know, I don't think you should be at school for anybody, especially a grown woman, because she should know better than that.
How old is she? I don't know how old she is. How old is she?
She's in her 20s.
For me?
Okay.
No, not you.
Not you, man. Erica Banks. Let's look up Erica Banks' age.
Hello, who's this?
Yes.
So what's your thoughts, Mama, on Erica Banks?
Okay, good morning, DJ MV, Uncle Charla.
Peace, Queen.
Good morning.
Good morning. So I feel like it was not inappropriate, but it was tasteless. So, like, these kids keep twerking all day long. They see it on their phones. They see it on the videos. Like, they twerk themselves. So I don't feel like it was inappropriate because it's what everybody see all day long. I do feel like it was tasteless because if she was there for a certain reason, then I don't feel like she should have been, twerking or, been the one to do that. But it was not inappropriate, no.
I agree.
don't think so.
I agree with your assessment. I like your assessment.
See, but this is the thing, right? And Mama, if you're listening, these kids are the kids. These are the people that are going to Rolling Loud and Coachella, and they're seeing their favorite artists perform and twerk.
Right.
So what's the difference?
Right.
Oh, I agree.
That's my
What's
point.
the difference?
That's why I said it's not inappropriate, but it's a little tasteless because they are at school. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say it's tasteless. But I don't think it was inappropriate because, like you said, they see it all the time. Like, come on, this is the day and age we live in. Like, it's happening. Like, it ain't like she was twerking on a guy or she was twerking on a girl or pulled her pants down, so.
I see what you're saying because she knew she was going to a school, so maybe she should have adjusted her performance. It's like when an artist be like, yo, make sure you play the clean version of my song. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I get what you're saying.
Exactly.
But it's the same performance she does at Rolling Loud for the same kids.
But Rolling Loud it's not a school. It don't have an age limit.
They in school, you know what I'm saying? So maybe the school shouldn't have booked her as a performer, maybe. But they're at school, so at the end of the day, they at school. It got to be a little bit more appropriate than that. But like I said, I don't think it was inappropriate. I just think it was a little tasteless. Like maybe she shouldn't have did the little twerking.
Okay, thank you, Mama.
I love y'all. Have a good day.
Love you more.
You too now. So what's the moral of the story?
The moral of the story is next time book Glorilla. Okay, next time. Salute to Erica Banks. But if you really want to see how people lose their mind, go get damn Glorilla. All right, and let Glorilla come in there and play that FNF record. You'll see teachers and everybody losing their mind. That's when you'll see a whole bunch of hypocrisy happening because them same teachers that was telling the kids stop shaking their ass, they cannot control themselves when Glorilla says, "Let's go."
I'm sure the teachers were twerking there for Erica Banks.
You think so?
Maybe.
I mean, this is a big record. Glorilla's a big record.
The teachers, all right. Should the teachers be okay twerking in front of the students?
That's how people dance.
Yeah, it is. This is how people dance.
This is how people dance. They're not twerking on a student. That's how they dance.
I remember when I was in 7th grade. Salute to
that was the 1800s.
It was the 1900s. Salute to Jeff Colbert, Stephen Colbert's brother. Him and a bunch of other teachers led a rendition of Crisscross Jump Jump at Berkeley Middle School in Moncks Corner, South Carolina, and they had their clothes on backwards and everything. And I'm sure at the time, people probably thought that was inappropriate. You know what I mean?
Stupid.
I mean, we thought it was the coolest thing in the world back then. To be in an auditorium and see your teacher performing Jump Jump, that was amazing.
Mac Daddy make you
jump, Daddy Mac will make you. Because think about it, back then, Mac Daddy, Daddy Mac, people thought that was edgy.
Pimpish, yeah. All right. But we got rumors on the way, Easy.
Yes, let's talk about DJ Khaled. He was on Drink Champs, and Khaled will give you some good stories, so we have some of them for you.
Took a lot to get Khaled drunk. It's a big boy. You got to what? He ran through a few bottles, man. I seen it, man.
Goodness gracious. We'll get to that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Listen up.
This just in.
All the gossip. The Rumor Report.
Gossip.
With Angela Yee.
It's the Rumor Report.
The Breakfast Club.
Well, DJ Khaled was on Drink Champs, and he discussed a lot of things. I think it was like 2.5 hours. But one thing he talked about was potential verses and how he would smoke anyone.
Do a verses. You will smoke everybody in verses.
I mean, that's facts. But no. Anybody's ever asked me that, I always said that. I'm not never backing down on that talk. But I'm saying, but I'm not doing a verse. I got love for verses. I sound clash my whole life. I've been battling my whole life. Trust me. You know, I'm at a point right now, you know, I'm blessed. You blessed. You blessed. We all blessed. But when it comes down to battle and verses and all that, I'm more of a fan of it because I used to sound clash my whole life. And me, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't know how to do it halfway. Like it might get, you know what I'm saying?
So they say right now.
No. I'm saying like you gotta respect my catalog.
Yeah, respect the catalog.
He's supposed to feel like that.
He is,
but it's not true. I mean, I'm sure Khaled will be highly prepared and he'd be highly entertaining in the verses. But there's people with better catalogs.
He'd probably get everybody to come out too.
Yeah, but if Khaled did, wouldn't it have to be a DJ versus? You can't do it.
Well, not necessarily. Khaled's an artist. Khaled makes music.
Yeah.
Hey, not necessarily. I mean, and Khaled has a great catalog, but there are people who got better catalogs. 20 songs for 20 songs.
All right, now, he also talked about Kanye paying for a video.
I had Kanye West at his, like, where you can't get Kanye West. It's impossible.
Impossible.
He blessed me with a Grammy family. So we shot the video in L.A.
Incredible record.
He paid for the video, by the way, too.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it was crazy because, you know, he heard me, I don't know if he remembers the story, but I was signing to Koch, and Koch like, yo, Kanye want this, that, and that, how we gonna pay for this? You know, I'm broke then. And I think he heard wind of that, and like, yo, I'm paying for the video. So thank you, Kanye. I appreciate that.
Shout out to Kanye. That's dope.
That's dope.
That's very dope.
All right, he also said that he had to chase down Bryson Tiller trying to get that collab, but I guess it was definitely worth it.
We got a hit. I never forget. Riri changed the pitch of the record. When I sent her, so she changed the pitch to make it her. I already had Bryson Tiller on it. I go to Bryson Tiller's house in L.A. So now the music's pitched up. So you got to cut your vocals over. Even me, I had to change my shit. Said, no problem. I'm calling Bryson Tiller. My album come out like in 2 weeks. He's not picking up the phone. I jump in my car. I drive to his house. He has a gate, flashing my lights, honking my horns, sending texts. Nobody's replying. You think I'm playing? One thing about me, anybody know me, I don't play no games. Bryson comes out, they open the gate. I was already climbing the gate. You think I'm playing?
He probably really was.
Call him.
Climbing the gate.
Dropping the clues bombs for Khaled.
I believe him.
That's why Khaled is Khaled. He's willing to do things that other DJs aren't willing to do.
He is gonna get it done.
That's why I tell folks you gotta have a DJ. You have to have a DJ Khaled level of ambition and annoyance to get things done. You have to.
All right, now you guys recall that Omarion is putting out this documentary, and one thing that Raz B did not like was on one of the episodes you can see that Raz B is in an emotional state after being triggered by the alleged presence of B2K's previous management. And so he doesn't like the fact that that's chronicled in depth, and he posted, Raz B said, "I'm disgusted by these actions. Soon as the Lord gives me the words, I will be speaking on this. SMH, Lord, why would they exploit my personal moments? This is traumatizing." Here's what Omarion had put out.
You can tell when someone's energy, they're agitated or they're moving around, and he wasn't focused, and he was saying things, and I was just like, yo, what's good?
We find out that what triggered him, what agitated him, was that Boog wore a t-shirt that said, "I don't feel safe." That was clearly a reference to what Raz had said in New York.
Raz B is officially off the tour. I don't feel safe because I feel like Chris Stokes is around. I wasn't really picking up that Boog was f***ing with his head like that. Why the f*** would you wear the shirt?
Hey,
get this shit together, man. Let me go. Yeah. Some people don't know.
We love you.
I know y'all do.
I don't know how those guys are ever going to come back together after all they've been through.
Yeah, I totally understand why. I totally understand why that would trigger Raz B, but I also wonder, just to look at it from another perspective, if Jay Boogs wasn't, what if he was wearing that shirt because he didn't feel safe either?
I think they were trying to make fun of him because he said it previously, and then he had a shirt made that said that. So you're clearly picking at him, and I'm sure Raz B knows how he felt about that too. No, it wasn't like a solidarity thing. All right, well, that is your rumor report.
All right, thank you, Miss Yee. The People's Choice Mix is up next. Get your request in. Don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. All right. Charlamagne, you got a positive note?
Yeah, I do. I want to tell everybody, too, man, thank you for watching Hell of a Week. Last week on Comedy Central, you know, that's my late night talk show. We come on every Thursday night at 11:30, right after the Daily Show. Salute to Gary Owen, Flame Monroe, Chiose, and Issa Rae for pulling up last week. And make sure you stream Hell of a Week on Paramount Plus. You can catch up on all the episodes from this season on Paramount Plus right now. Okay? Now, the positive note is simply this. It is poor spiritual hygiene to give everybody access to you.
Breakfast Club, bitches!
Y'all finished or y'all done?